Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Jim James Games. Today we're going over a solo farm. This is for mining and herbalism. Going to do a little bit for every routes for all the zones in the War Within. Start with the Isle of Dorn. Create this route. You just basically just fly around all over here, and I should have. If you have routes, we'll start with that. So routes is this, and you just hit enter. Type in /routes if you have the add-on, which you can just go on Curse or wherever you get your add-ons from if you want add-ons. You type it in /routes and it'll open up this menu. Here's all my routes I created. You just click add, click your zone, nickname it, do whatever you want. This does piggyback off a couple other add-ons like GatherMate 2, GatherMate 2 Data, Handy Notes, stuff like that. And then it has some already on there. You kind of click on those, cluster them together, it'll kind of form a route for you, but you can make your own, which is what I did. And by going through all these, this is a route. I will have these routes in the description if you want to copy and paste them or import them. But this one goes all the way around. Kind of had to tweak it a little bit. There wasn't a whole lot going on in here. Every once in a while you'll see a few of them, but saw a couple more up this way, so I just went that way. Kind of went up the water. Never really see anything in here, unfortunately, so it's either you go up this or go up this. Either way, it'll be fine. But in the case of this one, I didn't do the greatest. I'm not much of a, I don't know, a gatherer or whatnot, so sometimes I don't make as much gold as I probably should. But this one, I did 25,781 gold in 30 minutes, which isn't bad. And that's just 30 minutes. That's like almost 60,000 gold an hour, or sorry, 52,000 gold an hour. I did hit a couple perfect null stones, which I have right here. Got some imperfect ones as well. And by going through that, this is my specs for mining. I went ahead and maxed out plethora or maxed out bismuth. So now bismuth, if I get a null stone, it should be a perfect null stone, not an imperfect null stone. You will still get imperfect ones on these. I also put 10 points into this. I shouldn't have, but I did. I kind of wish I would have saved them and put more into this one. But that's what I did for mining and herbalism. I went this route, bountiful harvest. Started with the spear savager and carnivorous, that thing. But you can pick whichever ones you like. Microbloom is this one right here. As you can kind of tell by the pictures, kind of sync up. Orbinid is this one, or this one, sorry, this one. Blessing Blossom is this one. You got Lure Drop, which is this one. And Arathor's Spear, which is this one, which is what I started with. Now, going on to the next zone, the Rising Deeps. If you just start up here, or you can start really anywhere on this path, but just basically go around the outer edge, come down through here, and that way you can get on the river, and you just follow the river all the way down. You'll cut across here to get to this next river, come down to the bottom, and make your way up against the wall all the way back up, and then just rinse and repeat. In the Isle of Dorn, I did 25,781. Again, no, not the Isle of Dorn, sorry, Rising Deeps. I did 22,569. Just a little bit less than the Isle of Dorn. But the Isle of Dorn, the reason why I liked it so much is there wasn't very many mobs that would attack me that was aggressive. So I could just fly around, grab all this stuff, and not really have to worry about mobs aggroing me. Rising Deeps, you have some, especially up in here. So it wasn't terrible. Hollow Fall was by far my worst. I had to redo kind of my route and everything like that, because this zone was pretty much dead for the most part. So if you come down here, you just start kind of zigzag through here. This is not my favorite zone. There is a lot of mobs that will aggro you. Waste a lot of time doing so, but you just kind of follow around the path. Stay in this area right here, full of mobs that will aggro you. It's kind of a pain. Just come all the way down here. Like I said, this is by far my worst one. Not so much because of I didn't get as many items or as many like nodes. I did not pull any null stones in this one, so that kind of set me back a couple, like 4,000 or 5,000 gold. But I pulled 14,000 gold in a half an hour using this, and then Ashkahet. I don't like how it. There it is. Okay. This one I did really good. I did 24,000 in 30 minutes. Very happy with that. Just run through here. Up here was really nice. There was always nice nodes up in this area. But by the time you go run through all this, all the previous nodes should be coming back. So you just rinse and repeat. I think I was able to run this like 3 times. Oh, mobs aggro on me. I was able to run it like 3 times in a half an hour, and it wasn't bad. But remind you, these are half-hour runs, not full-hour runs. See if I can just run down here so he'll de-aggro me. Now, whenever you run these, I suggest running File of True Sight. Rank 1, 2, or 3. 3 is really expensive. 2 is not so bad. It adds to your perception and allows you to see camouflage mining and herb nodes. Excellent. Especially whenever you have some of them, like you add this amount of overload cooldowns, which are these right here on my hotbar. For mining, you want to mine the node first and then use the overload, because then you'll be able to mine it twice. Can't do that with the herbs, so you have to mine the herb and then pop it, or you have to pop this and then herb. So it's not too bad, but whenever you have like bountiful and stuff like that unlocked, just get these 2 unlocked right here. By doing that, you'll be able to gain one flight orb every time you herbalize something. Same thing, just go ahead and unlock the starting parts of all 3 zones, or all 3 specializations. There we go. And that way, whenever you mine or herb, you will gain an orb. Also, if you are flying around and you're running out of orbs, like if I just burn a whole bunch of them really quick, and I might need some, this ability right here, Second Wind, it will regenerate 1 orb, and it will have a little cooldown. It's not actually 3 minutes. It'll take 3 minutes for that one to completely redo, but you'll be able to reuse this fairly soon, like right there. So that will help you keep up all your orbs when you're flying around, be able to just hit everything really quick and really easy. But as I said, this was in these 4 zones. I probably did about 100,000 in 2 hours. So I'm going to say these are probably 50,000 gold an hour runs. And you might be able to get a lot more null stones, especially if your specializations are a little bit more maxed out than I am. Hopefully your RNG is a lot better. But with that, I hope you guys enjoyed that video on this solo farm for Mining and Herbalism, and I will see you next time. And don't forget, in the descriptions, I will have my routes that you can import, and I will quickly show you that. So to import, you go into routes, and you just copy and paste my routes into that and hit accept, and it should add it. So hopefully that'll help. Till then, see you all next time.